All right, good morning, one and all. Welcome to the video. My name is Saumil Shah, and it's my pleasure here today to teach you about MongoDB in Python, using Python, of course. So, in this lesson, what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to be teaching you about MongoDB using PyMongo. So, we are going to use a Docker container to spin up our MongoDB. So, basically, then we'll learn about how we can write Python code to interact with MongoDB, like inserting data, inserting many records, and stuff like that. After that, we will basically also take an object-oriented approach. So basically, we'll be writing object-oriented coding, that is classes and stuff like that. So without wasting much of time, let's get started with today's session. So for now, what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to be creating a directory here on my computer. Let's call this as tutorial. And by the way, all the code can be found on the description section below, so kindly do check that out. So I want you to create a file called as dockercompose.yaml file. So it's going to be docker compose.yml. That's the extension, okay? So that's the YAML file that we want to create. Now, in this YAML file, what I want to do is basically I want to write some basically I want to define my MongoDB. So first of all, I'm going to say version, and I'm going to define the version to be 3.7. Okay, that's my version number. After that, what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to say services, and now services, and I'm going to name my services. So I'm going to name this as maybe like Mongo, let's say MongoDB underscore container. You can name it anything you want. Then after that, what I'm gonna say, it takes an image. So you gotta define an image, what image you wanna pull from Docker website. So I'm gonna say I wanna pull the Mongo image, and I'm gonna say, hey, when you do that, make sure that you grab the latest image from that. Okay, so that's done. After that, we need to define environment variable. Okay, so here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, I'm gonna define the username for MongoDB. So Mongo initdb underscore root underscore username, and I'm gonna define the username to be root. Okay, and similarly I'm gonna define a password, and the password is gonna be root password. Of course, feel free to change that. Um, so that's that. Okay, now we need to expose port for our MongoDB. So what we will say is say ports. Okay, now the ports that we want to expose is 27017. That means internal port 2710. Expose it to the outside world. Okay, so that's done. Pretty good. Now at the end, what we got to do is we got to mount a volume. So we say volume, and then here we would say the current directory that we are working on. In my case, it's tutorial though. So I'm gonna say tutorial colon, and the directory on the container. So that's gonna be, we wanna mount data slash db1. So that is what exactly we wanna do. Now, once that is defined, what we wanna do is we wanna fire up our terminal, and if you wanna make sure we are in the current directory. So I'm gonna say dot dot dir. So I'm gonna head towards the folder tutorial. I'm gonna do cls dir, and here I'm gonna say docker compose up. So I'm gonna say docker compose up. So basically, this should one sec, seems like for tutorial MongoDB cannot start the service. MongoDB container driver failed programming external connectivity on endpoint tutorial. That is because I already have a container here, so that's the reason. So let me figure out that one. So let's try docker compose up. Let's try that. Uh, Port is already allocated. Okay, so it says that the port is already allocated. That means the container is already running on my background. So let me do that. Docker container ls. So when you say container ls, it basically tells you all the running container. So as you can see, I already have one running docker container. I'm actually going to stop that. And actually, I'm going to spin up this one. So then we can, follow the tutorial step by step that way. So hopefully that's done. Okay. Now I'm going to check again by saying docker container ls. Now let's do docker compose up and tag build. So it's gonna build up the image. So here you can see it's starting the Mongo for me. Pretty good. So the MongoDB is started. Now what I want you to do is basically, hey, head over to the Chrome. Okay. Let me show you quickly. I want you to download a software which is called as MongoDB Compass. MongoDB Compass. So go to the website and download the Compass for MongoDB. Should be a free one. They have it for Windows, Linux, Mac. So download this software. Once you have downloaded that, I already do have it. So I'm just gonna start the software here. So let me do that. Mongo DB Compass. Sorry for the background music. So I'm actually starting the MongoDB Compass. Give me one sec, okay? So we have started the Mongo, okay? So the server is running, okay? So now what we want to do, let me actually make sure that it's still actually opening up. So here you can see it takes a while to open up. So 13 on 35. Let's wait for a few more minutes. Hopefully should be done. Let's wait. I'm gonna, break this session into multiple tutorials. So kindly do follow this. This should be the first part, that is installation of Mongo, and we basically started the Mongo cluster. So you have that right now. Important thing here, what you want to do. Let me go back here. So yeah, now, so the connection string of a Mongo would be something like this. I'm gonna paste that in the comment section right here. MongoDB :// the username the password at the rate the IP address. In my case, it's localhost :port. That's the format you want to use. So I want to copy that. Go to the Compass, paste that, and hit the connect button. So this should connect you to the MongoDB. Again, as I said, you're using Docker. I usually prefer Docker because it's pretty easy to set up an infrastructure and destroy it with just a few commands. So we have MongoDB set up. Join me in the next class where I'm going to be taking a complete dive into a object-oriented code. We'll write state-of-the-art classes, and we'll break down into a separate, smaller classes. We'll have an operation class, a MongoDB class, insert class, a search class, and all of that. It's going to be fun. Trust me, it's going to be a fun. So please join me, and it's going to be a really fun to learn all of these things. So that should be in the tutorial number 2. Once again, if you have any more questions in the first tutorial, please feel free to ask me anything in the comment section below. And as usual, guys, keep smiling, keep coding, keep working hard, and see you guys in the part 2.